Hey there, I hope you all are doing good. By looking at the thumbnail, you must have got an idea of what we are going to learn today. So, okay, let us study about the snake bites. We will start this series of animal poison, and I will make a separate playlist for you so that you can get a complete and convenient access to it. Okay, first of all, you must know the basic difference between the sorry this is no I'm not going to use this. So you must get a basic difference between the poisonous and non-poisonous snakes. Snakes are part of chordata phylum. We human beings are chordates as well. They are reptiles, means they simply just crawl on the floor. They don't have legs, they don't have hands. Okay, so this pair of appendages are missing in them. Then they belong to order Squamata, and the suborder is Serpentis. Now, to have a look at the basic classification of snakes, we have the poisonous and the non-poisonous snakes, and this whole lecture will revolve around them. I will teach you to identify how you can figure out whether the snake is poison or non-poisonous. Okay, so poisonous snakes can be like king cobra, which is commonly known as Ophiophagus hana, or naja naja, that is cobra, then Russell's viper, then saw scale viper, and then pit viper along with caride, that is known as Bangaras. Simply we call it Bangaras cereus. Fine. Then some non-poisonous snakes can be rat snake, swine snake, sand boa, and mud snake. Okay, you must have seen many of them. Like I have personally seen this king cobra, somewhere, I don't know where. I went to some zoological park and I saw it. Then this is a poisonous snake for sure. You can look at the fangs and how aggressive the snake is. Some common features of poisonous snake can include glands which lies just below and behind the eyes, one on each side of the head and above the upper jaw as well. These glands are extremely poisonous, you must know. Then the duct arises from the gland itself, and they carry the venom, the poison. So in case it is also used for preparation of the antidote of snake venom. Antidote is prepared from the snake itself, from the snake's venom itself. Then the fangs, mostly 2 in numbers, as you can have a look here, which is why I have used this image. I got this image from Google Baba, and they are mostly curved teeth that is situated on the maxillary bones, and they lie along the jaws. This poisonous and non-poisonous snakes characteristics feature, this is this lecture is all about. Okay, here are some common features, and I have taken this table from Gautam Biswas sir book. It is an excellent book. You can check it out, if in case you have PDF or in your school library. These are the common features, and which will be helpful for distinguishing between a non-poisonous along with the poisonous snakes. Here are the pictures, and I will explain each of these points to you pictorially. So better you stick to the points and also follow the images that will be the part of my explanation. First of all, the head scales. The head scales are quite different when we talk about the poisonous snake from that of the non-poisonous snakes. In case of viper, the scales are mostly small, and large scale can be seen in other snakes as well. Like third labia touches the eye and nasal shield in case of the cobra. Have a look at this. This is the image of a cobra, of king cobra, right? And this is the third labia. Here it touches the eye. Okay, as it is mentioned here, touch the eye along with the nasal shield. This is the nasal shield, metal nasal shield. Look, this is the nasal shield. So the third labia, first labia, second labia, and this is the third labia. It touches the eye along with the nasal shield in case of cobra. While in case of pit viper, we can observe heat sensing pit that is present on the anterior posterior to the eye of the viper. Look, this is a pit viper, and here we can easily see the pit that is present on the anterior inferior portion of the eye. Okay, and In case of non-poisonous scale, this snakes, the head scales are large as mentioned, and there are some exceptions. Look at this. So you might not say that, oh, large head scales are the basic defining features of non-poisonous snakes, because in case of some poisonous snakes you can see large head scales, and it has been excellently explained to you with the help of pictures and example. Now the belly scales, large belly scales that cover the entire belly of the snake are seen in case of poisonous snakes, whereas some small belly scales are found in non-poisonous scale. Look at the scales. These are the differentiating features that can be observed, and you can easily differentiate between the snakes by just observing the belly scales in most of the cases, because there is no exception to it. This is the most important and the basic point of it. Have a look at this large belly scales. They cover the entire portion of the body of a poisonous snake, whereas some small belly scales like this, they are divided into small portions. So these are the characteristic feature of a non-poisonous snakes, whereas some moderately large scales are also observed in case of non-poisonous snakes. This is the posterior portion of the body of the snakes, and this is how the belly scales are posteriorly arranged in the body of snakes. First of all, look at this. It is the case of pit viper. This is the anal plate, whereas the scales are arranged in the single row. This is the single row. Have a look at the scales. They are arranged in simple and single row, whereas in case of a non-poisonous snake, the scales are arranged in double row. Have a look at this. This is row 1 and this is row 2. This is the anal plate. So this is how you can differentiate between two snakes on the basis of the belly scales. This is the anterior portion. This diagram includes the anterior portion, whereas this diagram talks about the posterior portion of the body of a snake, and this is how the belly scales are arranged in body of the two. So this point explains everything about the distal belly scales along with the anal plates of the snake. They are arranged in single row, as we have already seen, and they are found in double row. The fangs are long and they are canalized, whereas in case of a non-poisonous snake, they are short as well as solid. Tail might be compressed, and it is not markedly compressed in case of non-poisonous snake. Then habitat, they are nocturnal and they are not so. Then bite marks. Two fang marks are easily visible with or without small marks to other teeth. Means it might be possible that mark of other teeth can be found on the area where a person is being bitten by the snake. In case of non-poisonous snake, number of small teeth marks is visible in row. Then fangs are short and solid, which is why it might be possible that fangs are not visible in the bite mark of a non-poisonous snake. I hope everything is clear to you whatsoever I have explained in the lecture. And to mark few points that I have mistakenly missed, large and head scales are present in the body of a poisonous snake. So this is a cobra, and you can have a look at the large scales, large head scales. See, the scales are quite large, and third labia touches the eye and nasal shield. We have already covered this. Now look at the large scales of non-poisonous snake and small scales that are present in the head of the poisonous snakes. So okay, I hope you have liked the lecture and you've understood the differentiating features between a poisonous and a non-poisonous scale. Okay. In further lecture we will learn about all different type of snakes and the poisonous features that are present in them and everything in the upcoming lectures. Thank you so much and keep watching.